Okay, so this is your packet conversion factors, page 10. Okay, so the first problem that I want to talk about is to convert from 4.5 feet to inches. Okay, so you are converting from feet to inches. So you need to write down the conversion factor. You can find it in one of the pages of your packet, or you can just find it, you can Google it. So you need to find out how many inches are there in 1 foot. Okay, so after you've looked at it, you should know that it is every 1 foot is 12 inches. So that is the conversion that we're going to use. And the next step is to write down the conversion factors that we are going to use to multiply in order to figure out how many inches are there in 4.5 feet. There are two ways to write your conversion factor. One is this, 1 foot over 12 inches. And then the other one is 12 inches over 1 foot. And then when you think about this, so when you think about each conversion factor here that you see, 1 foot is the same as 12 inches. So this whole fraction here is actually just 1. Same as this one, because 12 inches is the same as 1 foot. So this means 1, and this also means 1. Okay, so we have to convert 4.5 feet, so let's write it down. So 4.5 feet over 1, I'll write it as a fraction. And then between these two conversion factors, you need to pick one that is usable to you. And we are going to pick the second one, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so if you still remember your fraction multiplication, you remember how to cross cancel, right? So right now we are cross canceling the unit. So we cross out the same unit diagonally. So feet here, you can cross it out. You can cross out the feet and the foot here because there's the same unit. And so they're gone. And then inch, you can't really cross out inches with anything here. So this is the unit that you are going to keep. So I'm circling it. So here, it means 4.5 times 12 inches will be your answer. Well, you can say divided by 1 too. So this is 4.5 times, that dot means multiplication, 12 inches, and then divided by 1. So inches is the only unit left. So you just do 4.5 times 12. That should be 54 inches. So equals 54 inches. And that is your answer. And so this is how you would use conversion factors in order to convert. Okay, so the next problem that I'm talking about is number 3. This one, you have to convert 543 centimeters to meters. Okay, so you need your conversion rate. The conversion from centimeters to meter is 100 centimeters to 1 meter. Okay, so then the next step is to write your conversion factor that you're going to use to multiply. So I can write either 100 centimeters over 1 meter, or 1 meter over 100 centimeters. Okay, so let's see. I need to convert 543 centimeters, so put it as a fraction over 1 times. Now let's pick between these two to see which one will work. So I want to cross out centimeters, and that means I have to use the second conversion factor here. So times 1 meter over 100 centimeters. And if you remember what I talked about earlier, we are just taking advantage of cross-canceling to get rid of the unit centimeters. So cross this out. Then what is left is the meter. So this is the unit that we need. So now let's rewrite this. So equals 543 with no unit times 1 meter. And then, now the over 100 here, it means divided by 100. So divided by 100. Okay, so 543 times 1 meter. So that is 543 meters divided by 100. Okay, so you use long division or you can just do it in your head. Doesn't matter. This one is easy to do. So it is 5.43 meters. And that is your answer. Okay, so the next one is number 5. Convert 6.5 quarts to cups. Okay, so the conversion unit that you need would be from quarts to cup. So it is 1 quart for every 4 cups. Okay, by now you should know the drill. So the next step is to write it as a conversion factor. Okay, so 1 quart over 4 cups, or 4 cups over 1 quart. These two are the same thing. So convert 6.5 quarts. So I write 6.5 quarts over 1 as a fraction, and then I need to pick one of the 2 factors to use. Okay, so it looks like we are going to use the second one again. Okay, so 4 cups, over 1 quart. Okay, again, we are taking advantage of cross-canceling, so we will use that to cancel the unit. Quart and quart, they can be gone. And for cups, there is no other cups for you to cancel with, so this is what you will keep. Okay, so what you're left with is just 6.5 times 4. Well, 6.5 times 4 cups. And you do your multiplication there, 6.5 times 4 cups, it should give you 26 cups. Okay, so this is the last problem that I'm talking about. Actually, we're on page 11, but I made a mistake and thought it was page 10. Anyway, so this is number 10. Okay, so part A. Pat has a 10 centimeter length of strength that she's going to use to measure a small square table. The side length she measures is 5 strengths. What are the dimensions of the table? Okay, so I drew a square here to put the pictures in, put the words into the picture. Okay, so each side length is 5 strengths. So this is 5 strengths long. And this is also 5 strengths. Okay, so what are the dimensions of the table? That means you are trying to convert strengths into centimeters. Okay, so the conversion factor here, it is 1 string equals 10 centimeters. Okay, so 5 strengths, that means is what, 50 centimeters? Okay, so it means that this side is 50 centimeters and this side is also 50 centimeters. Okay, so you can answer the question now. The dimensions of the table is 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters. Okay, and the next part, what is the area of the table? So to find the area, you need to remember your formula that you learned probably from elementary school. Okay, so the area to find the area of a square is side length times side length, or you can just do length times width. Okay, so area is length times width. So in this case, the area is 50 centimeters times 50 centimeters. 50 times 50 is 2,500. And then centimeters times centimeters gives you square centimeters. Okay, so this is the answer to part B. And now look at part C. Is that as large as a square meter? Explain. Okay, so this is a little trick here. Let me draw a new square to show you. Okay, so to get 1 square meter, this is 1 square meter here, you will have to find a square that has a length and a width of 1 meter each. So this is 1 meter as your length and then 1 meter as the width. 1 times 1 gives you 1, and then meter times meter gives you square meter. Okay, so now we have to compare whether it is the same or well, larger or smaller than this 5 strength square here, the 2,500 square centimeter square. Okay, so 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So this equals 100 centimeters. This is 100 centimeters. Okay, so 1 square meter. So the area of this square is length times width. So 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters. That will give you 10,000 centimeters squared. Okay, so now you know the answer. This 10,000 square centimeters is actually the same as 1 square meter. So you can answer this question. Is this as large as a square meter? The answer is no. It's actually smaller. And you can explain by using what I just talked about. Okay, so that's that for this page.